One love, God bless. Far Nelson here, and today I'm here to talk to you about taking one step at a time. So, when we take one step at a time, a lot of people say this, they say, take it one step at a time, like don't rush it, or, don't be so hard on yourself. But what does that actually mean, taking it one step at a time? How do we really know when we're even taking a step that they're talking about? How do we know that we're headed in the right process? How do we know that we're actually making progress? Well, it's really that concept of one step at a time. It's stop looking at your goals so big, so major, so far out there, so expensive, so, just stressfully attainable, and realize that the goals you want aren't so stressful. It's just that you're just trying to rush into getting them. That's the main problem for a lot of us, is that we want the goals to happen and our dreams to happen like that. We want the money like that. We want the house like that. We want the spiritual enlightenment like that, with no work, or barely any work. I'm not saying nobody's down to work, but we want it with barely any work and just expect it to happen. But truthfully, anything that's worth it in life is going to take some work. It's going to take some effort, and it's definitely going to take some patience and faith. So we have to really think about this, taking it one step at a time, and try to use that type of mindset to everything in life, because it's really going to help you not only make progress, but be able to look back and realize how far you've gone, because you can see your steps that you've taken, instead of you just trying to come up with everything and make it all happen at once. Like when even the first cars were being made, Ford came out with the assembly line, because they realized they don't need to hire a full engineer to build a car from scratch all the way start to finish. They don't need one guy. They don't need 5 guys building only 5 cars. They could get a bunch of different people working at different steps to get the job done efficiently. If each person learns their step, if each person takes that time to do that step efficiently, then eventually a whole car is going to get made. And that's the same way. There's taking it one step at a time. Don't focus on getting the whole car made. Just focus on getting that one step perfect. Focus on your position right now in life, And when you focus on your position, focus on what you can do in life right now. Focus on the tools that you have to be the most efficient you can right now towards your goals, towards your dreams, towards your success, towards your spiritual growth, towards whatever you want to do, towards your connection with family, towards your connection with love. Whatever you want to focus yourself at, just work on the tools that you have now, and be as effective as you can, and learn on the way. Don't be so hard on yourself if you don't know how to do everything and you don't know how to make everything happen right away. Don't be so hard on yourself if sometimes there's setbacks and you may have to go back and relearn some things. This is all part of the process. It's all part of truly building these skill sets, building these tools, so that you'll be able to not only create a dream for yourself, but be able to tell people and help people and your loved ones how it happened. See, when people just get things handed to them, when people just get things quick, they don't learn the actual lessons, the life lessons it takes to actually manage these blessings, to actually be able to not only manage, but replicate these blessings. They're always in a desperate state of trying to make sure the blessing stays. They're always in a desperate state of trying to keep up with the blessing and make sure that people don't know that it's their first time being blessed. But that's when a blessing goes, when you don't appreciate it and you're just trying to flaunt it, trying to use it just for your own selfish gain. And really, the Most High gives us blessings so that we can keep on blessing others in many ways. And sometimes the Most High brings us to a longer path, a more narrow path, because the righteous path is more narrow. Sometimes the Most High brings us on that narrow path because The Most High knows that we need to build these lessons because we're going to be able to use them in our life and for others. We're going to be able to use them for the power of the Most High. We're going to be able to use these lessons and knowledges we're learning through this longer path than other people in a way that's going to not only help ourselves, but help everybody that we love, help everybody that we also want to see win, because we have done the effort, we have done the wisdom knowledge, the wisdom building and the knowledge gaining. We have done these things so that we'll be able to actually keep our blessings because we know what is coming from. We know where the effort and where the seed that we planted, that was a righteous seed, and this is the fruit. So we know where this is coming from. We know that this is ours and it is plentiful and that we are abundant from this fruit, that we have been so blessed to finally manifest it into reality. This is our dreams when it manifests and it's actually starts bearing fruit, and we actually start seeing the blessings come from our dreams being manifested. This is the blessing, because you have now learned how to grow something from nothing. You have now learned, by you paying attention to each and every step and not focusing just on how can I get this big part ASAP right now, but you really pay attention and focusing and taking your time with each and every step. Now you can really treat your next dream even better than this dream, because there's more dreams are going to come. Just because you accomplish one dream doesn't mean you're just going to retire and sit back. No, once you start accomplishing dreams, more dreams are going to come. You're going to be like, dang, I didn't realize I could accomplish that at this age already, or at this time. Like, I didn't know it was going to be that quick. I didn't know it was going to feel like it just was, a few months and it came true. This is what it's going to feel like. But of course, it took many, many years for you to probably accomplish your dream. Sometimes it does take a few months, but when it all happens, it feels like it snowballs. And then you're just like, wow, I feel like just within a couple months, my life changed. Within a couple months, I felt one thing fall into place, and all of a sudden this fell into place, this fell into place, this fell into place. And then sometimes it's like that. Sometimes the first few steps may be difficult. Sometimes the first few steps might take you years just to get those steps done with. But once you get those first few steps done with, then the rest is just, it's like you're falling down the stairs, in a good way though. It's a domino effect once you get the next steps done. So we have to realize this is life. This is nothing that's just like a saying. This is really true life. When you break your goals down into steps and you don't just focus on the big picture and how you're not there yet and how this person's there and all that and whatever, then you're missing out on the beauty of those steps. You're missing out on the blessings of those steps. You're missing out on the fulfillment that you could feel from accomplishing those steps, because you're still thinking that you haven't accomplished the big goal yet. But really, you have accomplished so much more than a lot of people around you. It's just that you're not one to publicize it as much as they are. Sorry about my dogs eating. They hungry. So we have to realize that we have to glorify our own steps that we make, no matter how small you think they are, no matter how big you know they are. We have to make sure that we celebrate ourselves as much as we can and know that we are proud of ourselves for every single step. It doesn't matter if you take a step and then you don't take another step for a whole year. Just know that that next step is coming, and keep that in your mind. Don't ever give up on that next step. Just make sure that you are staying persistent, and there's a reason why you're taking a break. There's a reason why you're taking this long maybe to get to the next step. Maybe you ain't taking a break, but maybe it's just taking a while to get everything together and right to really feel like you got that next step. But don't worry so much about the big goal. Trust in yourself and know that that's going to happen. If you know that it's within you, if you know that it's possible, if you know it's attainable, then it will happen. Just keep it in your vision, in your psyche, in your dreams, in your meditations, and it will manifest into reality. If you know that it is true, if you know that this is destined for you, if you believe that it is so, then it is so. It's as simple as that. It may not happen as fast as you want, but trust me, everything else is happening perfectly so that you can get that perfect manifestation, if it's a righteous manifestation, if it's a righteous dream, if you have a righteous intent behind it, if you're planting righteous seeds so that you bear righteous fruit. But we won't even notice. We won't know that so much things are going on. We won't know why this person gifted us this book. We won't know why, this person gifted us this piece of machinery. We won't know why, we got gifted this tuxedo. But before we know it, a year, 2 years later, all these little things start coming into place. Oh, I need this tuxedo to go to this meeting. Oh, I need this book because it's perfect, for my spiritual advancement, where I'm at right now. Oh, I needed this machinery because I'm actually going to start a business like this. This is how the Most High works with you when you start walking in that divine path and you start being not so hard on yourself and just letting yourself go with the flow and letting yourself feel good and feel positive and not so negative about your dreams, and you actually are, enthusiastic about them. The Most High blesses you. The Most High, especially if you're doing it out of a righteous intent, the Most High is going to bless you and help push you towards those dreams, help push you towards accomplishing those goals so that that big dream gets accomplished. The Most High is going to help you see the blessings as they come because you're going to know where they came from. See, when we don't know when our blessings come from, we don't even know who to thank. Sometimes we just let blessings pass by us because we're just thinking, oh, it was me. We're just thinking, oh, we just got lucky. We just this and that. But when we have that faith, when we know that there is someone helping us, push us to our greatest good, we know there's someone watching over us, helping make sure that we are accomplishing our goals, helping make sure that we get through these hard times, and that there's going to be faith, there's going to be, salvation at the end of these trials and tribulations, there's going to be, just blessings at the end of these trials and tribulations. You stop worrying so much about the stuff that's blocking your blessings sometimes, or stuff that feels like it's blocking your blessings, because it's not ever really blocking them. It's just pushing you towards them, as long as it's out of a righteous place. If you're going down a dark place, then that's blocking your blessings for real, But as long as you're keeping your composure, keeping patient, staying faithful, staying righteous, staying kind, staying, living not out of greed, not out of lack, realizing you're abundant, realizing you're wealthy, mentally, physically, and spiritually. If you keep on keeping this mindset through trials and tribulations, you're going to get to that next step, and that next step is going to be an amazing blessing. It's going to feel like a miracle, like, wow, I can't believe I got through this. And just a couple of weeks ago or last week, I thought everything was going down. Everything was going to hell in my life. And just all of a sudden, things just started snowballing in the right way. And the next step was accomplished through those struggles. You see the light through those struggles. Sometimes struggles make us sit down and think, how are we going to accomplish this? What else do I need to do in my life? What am I doing in my life where these struggles are coming? What do I need to fix in my life so these struggles never come? And then sometimes while you're thinking about that, another answer comes and another answer comes. And before you know it, you're not only doing one thing different, you're doing 3 things different. So we have to be patient, take it one step at a time, be happy with where we're at, and don't push ourselves too much and realize and make ourselves think that we're not doing enough. We have to realize that we are doing more than enough just by having a dream, just by pursuing a dream, even if it's, a very, very, very slow process, as long as there's a little bit of progress. I don't care if it's every month, every week, every year. As long as there's a little progress, then that is something that a lot of people aren't doing. So many people have given up because they have been just striving for that big dream. So many people give up in their life, and they're older and parents and this and that, and just say, okay, well, now I have this and this, and I have this label, and I'm a father, I'm a mother, I'm a grandpa, I'm a grandma. I can't be doing this stuff anymore. I can't be just risking it all anymore. And then they just never take their dream into account because they think of it as a risk. But there's smart ways to chase our dreams. There's never a risk when it comes to chasing our dreams in a righteous way. No one's telling you to leave your family and go chase your dreams. We're telling you to manage your time wisely and realize that time is abundant and you have plenty of time to hang out with your family, hang out with your wife, hang out with your husband, hang out with your mom, your dad, hang out with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever. You have plenty of time to do all that, do and work, and still have time to read, do spiritual practice, and chase your dreams. And you'll have still 7 hours left to sleep. Most of these things that we are saying that we can't do only will take maybe 30 minutes, an hour a day to just make some progress. If we realize and we cut down our time, not cut down our time, but just cut up our time and realize, okay, if I set an hour a day of this aside every single day at this hour, because I know I'm gonna be home, I know I'm usually always home at this time, and if I'm not home, I just know it's an hour, so I'll do it a different time, especially if you have that discipline. But if you just realize and break your dreams down to an hour a day, your dreams will be accomplished faster than you could ever imagine. But most of us don't even do that. We want to break it down to an hour a week, and some of us can't do that. So we have to be realistic with ourselves. We have to be truthful with ourselves. We have to be kind of tough on ourselves and realize that nobody's perfect, but there's a lot more that we can be doing. It's not that we don't have time. It's not that we have too much of a busy schedule. We just have too much of a hectic life. It's just that we have too much of a hectic mind. We don't take account for our time wisely, and we're letting our mind take control of our life. Maybe we're binge watching TV, maybe we're scrolling on our cell phones, maybe we're watching podcasts and reading books. But you need to take time out to chase your dream, pursue your dream, make progress towards your dreams, and knock out those steps that are gonna get you to that final goal, to that final dream, to that big dream that you're trying to get to. And it's going to give you the lessons on the way to accomplish more dreams after that. And to also teach others in your family, your loved ones, and your friend circle how to chase their dreams, how to become the best versions of themselves, how to actually live a happy and blissful life in their divine path. Because that's what taking these steps are. It's taking us to our divine path. It's taking us to the way that the Most High is trying to take us, because we don't want to be stuck working a slave job and a 9-to-5 and having to make someone else rich our whole lives. This is a cycle that was put together from some corrupt government that we have somehow not been saved from, So we have to save ourselves. We have to look to the Most High, and the Most High will save us as well, but we're going to have to put some effort in to save ourselves, to really accomplish our dreams so that we can have true freedom. And some people like their job. Some people want to stay at the 9-to-5 till they're 65. Some people like their job and want to stay at their 9-to-5 till they're 65. But for a lot of us, we have different goals. We have different aspirations. We want to live our life now. We don't want to wait till we're 65 to feel like we don't have to ask somebody if we can sleep in today. We don't have to ask somebody if we can go on vacation, or we don't have to tell somebody that we're sick and make sure we get a doctor's note. Some of us just aren't cut out for that life. Hey! So we have to do what we can now and every single day to help push ourselves to our greatest life, to our greatest version of ourselves. And it's going to take effort, but it takes us breaking down our goals into steps. Don't look at your goals in such a major way. Come here. Don't look at your goals in such a major way that it's going to make you think that your goals are so far out. Your goals are attainable right now, today, this week, this month. But we just have to make the effort and actually do what we need to do to make those goals attainable. So break them down into steps. Break them down into steps. Make sure that you feel accomplished when you accomplish these steps. Make sure you celebrate yourself. And be patient. Have faith. Your goals will be accomplished. Everything will be perfect in your life, and everything is going to manifest exactly how you want it to. Just stay with that mindset. Stay with that truth. Build your wisdom. Build your spiritual practices, and all this will come to fruition. Have trust in the Most High. Learn His ways. Learn their ways. Because the Most High has no sex. That's a whole nother video. But learn the ways of the Lord. Learn the ways of the Most High. And just have faith. Your best life is literally manifesting right now, but you just can't see all the stuffs and all the steps that is pushing you to that actual realization. So if you haven't, please subscribe, like, comment, share. And I appreciate everybody that's been doing that, of course. And yeah, that's it. One love.